Okay, so I think we just only talked about what is cloud and what are cloud providers and difference between on-premises and cloud, types of cloud, and the least service model of cloud.
Yeah.
So any doubts in these?
No, I'm fine with those.
Oh, okay. So next one is global infrastructure of AWS.
Okay.
So as AWS is providing their services all across the globe, if we see the number of clients which are using AWS services, let's say number of clients using AWS. So according to Amazon, the number of AWS active AWS user exceeds, what is this? Once
1
tens,
million.
hundred thousand tens, so lakh, 10 lakh. Okay. So this much clients are using all across the globe. Some are from Asia, some are from Europe, some are from America. Okay.
Yes.
But their server never goes down and they provide you the services with 99.9% availability.
Yeah.
Okay. So what they did, they wanted to create their data centers, they wanted to place their data centers. So first of all, they chose the location where they will set up their whole data center and all that, and called those locations regions. Okay.
Yeah.
So around at present we have 20 to 24 regions all across the globe. Some of which are, we have Mumbai region in Asia Pacific. Okay. And we have Ningxia, which is in China, and
Mhm.
Singapore is there. If we go to US, we have Ohio, North Virginia,
Mhm.
and North California, and many more. If you want to check the list of all the regions, you can just go to the browser and type AWS regions, or you can say AWS regional table.
Yeah, I know there's one here in Cape Town, right?
Yeah,
Recently opened.
right. Other than that, we have Seoul and all that. So if we go here and we have regions and AZ, so click on that. And here is it. In North America, we have North Virginia, Ohio, Oregon, California.
Mhm.
And if we go to South America, we have, okay, only Sao Paulo. If we go to Europe, Middle East, Africa, then there are multiple regions. Frankfurt is there, London, Paris, Bahrain, Cape Town, Stockholm, Milan, and Ireland. And if we check Asia, so around 9 are in Asia, 2 in China, then Singapore, Sydney, Osaka, Tokyo, Seoul, Hong Kong, Mumbai. Okay. So mainly
What are
they
these?
just choose, yeah,
Are these data centers?
no, they just chose the location where they will place the data center, where they have placed their data centers. And then,
So
hmm,
is there anything physical at this location?
Like let's say they chose the location Mumbai in India. Okay, so in Mumbai, what they did, they placed their data center at multiple locations,
Okay.
which are placed which have a distance between them, let's say around 50 to 60 kilometers, or it can be more. They are just assuming that they have at least this much distance between them.
Okay.
And they called these locations, these things, availability zone. Availability zone 1, then next one is availability zone 2, third one is our availability zone 3. So what are availability zone? Availability zone are the actual location where they have placed their data centers. So these are the actual location where they have placed data centers. It can be 2 data centers, 10 data centers, it's up to AWS how much they place. And those data centers are connected with each other. And these 3 AZ availability zones are connected with each other.
Data center.
Okay. So let's say, just take an example. You want to open a shop and you want to open multiple outlets.
Yes.
Okay. So what would be the best case? Whether to open all 3 outlets in the same locality or to open in different localities.
Different localities.
Why is that?
So accessibility is easier for the customers that are in the various localities.
More customer will be there. Anything else?
Yes. Then if the customers, you also save on things like transportation cost and all of those things.
Right. We can say
Hello.
easily accessible is there. Hello.
So I missed you there. I didn't get that.
So just first one point is more customer will be there and their services will be easily available for the customers.
Yes.
Okay. Except these, let's just say if I open all the data centers, all the shops in the same locality, and due to some reasons, there is a curfew in that particular locality. So my whole setup will be down. My all shops will be
Down.
down. Nobody will be able to access the content, who will be able to purchase that or anything.
Yes.
Okay. So same concept is applied here. What AWS is running, it's running a business where they are providing you resources and you are paying them for those resources. Okay. So let's just say you deployed a server in availability zone 2.
Mm-hmm.
It was working fine and all that. But due to some reasons, there are some problems at the back end of AWS data center availability zone 2, and the whole data center, whole availability zone goes down. When you check the server was not accessible. No issues. There are 2 more availability zone. You can just go and deploy your setup there. Okay. Let's say all my clients were from India right now. So each of those requests were going to Mumbai. So let's say my second availability zone also goes down, also went down. I'm gonna create another server in the remaining availability zone.
Yes.
But due to some natural disaster, all the Mumbai region went down. Everything in Mumbai just went down. In that case, what can I do? I can switch the region which I'm working in and deploy my resources there by
Yeah.
using the same console. No doubt, the request will take a little bit more time because before, let's say in India, the request was going from Delhi to Mumbai. So it was
Yeah.
taking around 2 seconds. So no issues. But now the request is going from Delhi to Singapore. That will take a little bit more time, but it will work. So
Yes.
your whole setup will not go down. You can deploy multiple setups in different regions. And all the regions are isolated from one another. If you are deploying some server in Mumbai zone, Mumbai region, that server will not be able, it will not be shown in the Ohio region or Ningxia or any other region.
Okay.
Okay. So if you want to manage the server which you deployed in Mumbai region, you have to change the region to your Mumbai, and only then you will be able to work on that.
Okay.
So next is yeah.
So
What
what I
further
want
we
to,
Mhm.
if you go to one of these availability zones, if I go to Cape Town, what do I find there? Is it like a data center, the one you explained the last class, where they build a big place with lots of servers inside?
Let me show you like this. AWS data centers. What AWS do, they just, you can say, do farming of data centers because there are lots and lots of data centers.
Okay.
And if we see this image, so yeah. So these are our normal vehicles, and if you see the size of these containers where the data centers will be placed, you can even fit multiple aeroplanes there, right? So
Yeah,
the
they
data
are
centers are
huge.
very large, right? So you can say almost unlimited resources are there in a particular region. But in
Yes.
case some due to some natural disaster or anything, in worst case scenario we are talking about, what if happens that whole data center went down? Then you can
Mm.
just change the region in your particular account via that
Mm.
particular console and deploy some other, so deploy your resources in some other region.
Yes.
Okay. So, so regions are your geographic location where your data centers will be placed, and availability zones are the actual location, yeah, or you can say uh, actual location of your data centers.
Yeah.
And region can be defined as collection of multiple availability zones. Collection of multiple availability. Okay. So they created these regional data centers and all that. And some more servers they placed all across the globe, and those servers are called edge locations. Locations, or you can say cache servers.
Cache.
So what do you understand by cache?
Cache. Cache will be like somewhere to store excess data.
Mhm.
Like if you use it to solve the problem of when the system is too congested.
Right. So that your system performance can be increased a little bit, you can say.
Yes.
So just for same scenario, same case, they placed multiple edge locations, multiple cache servers all across the globe, And by using those cache servers, the network performance of AWS is increased.
Okay.
And if you want to check the locations of data caches servers, you can check it here. So edge locations in Asia Pacific, we have Auckland, New Zealand, Bangalore, in India, Bangkok, Chennai, Beijing, Shanghai, Ningxia, Shenzhen, Hong Kong, and Hyderabad, Jakarta, and multiple locations are there. So
Okay.
even in only Asia region, they placed their edge locations in all these locations. If we go to the North America, we have Ashburn, Atlanta, Boston, Chicago, Dallas, and many more. Okay.
Okay.
So mainly cache servers, or you can say edge locations, are used to increase the network latency of the AWS network, so that the clients which are using their services, they can increase the performance
Productivity.
of their particular setups. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah. Okay, then you already have an account of AWS, right?
Yes, I do.
So let's back to our first service. I'm gonna sign into the console. Okay, so there are two options, root user and IAM user. So for now, you have to select root user. Next, that's it. Okay, so in my account, I have configured MFA multi-factor authentication. So I have to
Oh,
provide a code. Only then I will be able to access my account.
yes.
So we'll see that how to assign MFA and all that. So we can change the region from here. Right now I'm working in Mumbai region. If I want to change it to some other, I can do that. Okay.
Okay.
If I want to check my account details, I can go to my account and check the information about address and mobile number or the regions you are using right now. So right now these four regions are disabled for my account: Bahrain, Cape Town, Hong Kong, and Milan. If I want to enable it, I can do that.
Okay.
So if you want to close your account, you can close it by doing these checks and all that. Then if you want to check the billing of your account, you have to click on your name and then my billing dashboard. And there you will be able to check the billing which is generated in your account for this month. So right now it's showing me the billing for May. Okay. And if I want to check it according to the services, so I can go to bill details and then I can check this billing according to the services, and then in that particular service it will tell me in which region I used that particular resource. So in Asia
Okay.
Pacific I used it, and what is the billing for here. So I used a net gateway for 3 hours. Okay. Then set back a little. If you scroll down here, you will see top free tier services. So how much services you have used from your free tier, okay, and how much you have left for this particular month. So if you click on view all, then it will tell you like if you have Amazon EC2 in which they provide 30 GB of storage, and out of those 30 GB I've used 13 GB this. And if you scroll through, I've only used 44% of the actual limit which I have, which they have provided for me. Just like if we see again Amazon EC2, in which they have provided me 750 hours per month of Amazon EC2 Linux instance. So I have only used 258 hours, only 34% of the actual limit which I have provided. So you can track your free tier usage here. And yeah, right now if you check the region for this particular tab, what is the region for this particular tab?
Sorry,
What is the region for this particular tab?
for this tab,
Right.
the one that you are currently on,
Yeah,
global.
global. Okay. So billing does not require region selection.
Okay.
So billing of all your resources, whichever region they are created in, billing will be generated globally.
Okay.
Okay. So you will be able to check the billing of all the regions in one place. And if you want to use services, then just click on services, and we have all the services listed here which we can use. We have developer tools, robotics, media service, IoT, networking, and many more. So first service, what we'll be doing is IAM. And when I took my mouse on IAM, what it's showing?
Manage access to AWS
So,
resources.
so I can provide access to my users so that I can tell them that they can only access this particular service or this particular resource on that service. Okay. Because if you are opening a company under your account, you will
Yes.
not provide your account access to all of your employees. Okay. You will create a
Yes.
user for them, and then they will be able to use the services under your account. And just like if we talk about Windows or Linux or any other operating system, what
Yes.
happens in those, there is an admin user, okay, that can manage all of the other users, and all other we have local users which are accessing the particular services, the particular directories and all that. Okay. Okay. So let's go to our first service, IAM. So first of all, go to the My Security Credentials tab. Just click on that. And in your security credentials, you will be able to change your password if you want. You can set multi-factor authentication for your account. You can create access keys here. Next question is, what are access keys? Okay. So if you want to access your AWS resources, there are multiple types. First one, which we saw, AWS
Console.
Another one is AWS CLI. Next one is AWS SDKs, software development kits, or AWS APIs, application programming interface. If I want to get access using the AWS Management Console, what will I need to access using AWS Management Console?
Just your login details, email and password.
Mail ID, trust. But if you want to take access to either of the either CLI or SDKs, in that case, you need
Access control.
API file, and another one is secret. So access key ID in place of email ID and secret access key in place of password.
Password.
Can be generated on the AWS itself. Just hold on a minute.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry.
Okay.
So yeah, to access the AWS account, we have these three types, and we can use all these services or these features to use it. If we are going via console, we can use email ID and password. If we are going via CLI or SDKs, then we can take access using access key ID and secret key. And when you ever you create a account at the first, AWS will tell you to delete these access keys and secret ID.
Okay.
Why is that? Because if I'm trying to take access from my laptop, let's say this one is my laptop and I want to use AWS CLI on my laptop. For that, I have to provide my credential, or you can say I have to provide my access keys, both of them, and they will be stored in a file in my system. Okay.
Okay.
If I'm working on my laptop, that's fine, no issue. Let's say I needed to work some, I needed to do something urgent, and I took your laptop, and on that I took access using AWS CLI. I provided my access keys there, and I did the work which I wanted to do, and that's it. I logged out and I gave you your laptop to you again. But still, those access keys are still in your laptop because
System.
they are being stored in your laptop. Okay. So you can use those access keys and access IDs to access my resources.
Okay.
Okay. Or if I'm even working on my laptop and I'm not there at present, and if someone else comes to my laptop and run the AWS CLI commands, if you want to list the content like AWS S3 LS, you would be able to do it.
Okay.
So there is a chance that your account can be compromised if you use access key ID and secret access keys without taking precautions. So AWS
Okay.
tells us to delete the access keys, and whenever you need it, you can just click on create new access key, and your access key ID and secret access key will be generated.
Creative.
You can download the file, download key file, and let me store it on desktop. So here is my AWS access key ID and AWS secret key. So if I want to remove this access key ID, just click on delete. First, you have to deactivate the key. Once deactivated, just copy your access key, paste it here, and if it matches, the delete button will be shown here, and you can use it. Just click on delete. Your access keys and will delete it. And
But
at
it's
any
still
time, you
stored.
can, yeah.
But is it still stored in your system, or it will also delete it from this
No. If I've
stored location?
deleted those from the here AWS account, then
Yes.
these are useless. I will not be able to access via these particular access keys.
Okay.
Okay. So delete, and at any moment you can create maximum of two access key ID and access key ID and secret access key pair, not more than two. If
Okay.
you want to create more, first you have to delete one of those and then you can create another one.
Why would you need more than one?
If you want to do work on multiple projects, and let's say you want to provide your account access to multiple employees at the same moment,
Okay.
and you can provide that. So it will be easy when you monitor that particular employee. Let's say I gave you a task that you have to create a server, and I give another employee a task that you have to create a database server. So if both of the access IDs are same, so I will not be able to distinguish between which user created which resource, whether you worked
Yes.
on EC2 or database service. Okay. Then
So this is
another one,
this
yeah,
these are root privileges, right?
right.
We log we logged in using the root account. If you log in
No,
using that IAM, are you able
right. Using
to
an
create
IAM.
this keys?
Yeah. For IAM users, you can also create multiple keys.
Okay.
So next one is multi-factor authentication. So right now I have already done the multi-factor authentication. So I'm gonna click on manage and remove this for this. So mainly multi-factor authentication just puts an extra layer of security on your account. Okay. Right now I have disabled the multi-factor authentication. I have signed out, logged back in. So without multi-factor authentication, I just have to provide my email ID, then this security code, which is MSC, my password, and sign in. And I'll be able to access the services.
Okay.
But in case of multi-factor authentication, you have to provide that particular code. Only then you will be able to access the services.
Cancel.
And in multi-factor authentication, we again have multiple types there. Let me write it here. Multi-factor authentication. So first one is virtual MFA, where you can use an application to generate a code on that application, and you have to just enter the particular code. Okay, so right now we will
Like
be able
like
to use the, yeah,
like Google Authenticator.
right, like Google Authenticator, and here we have also Microsoft Authenticator.
Yes.
There are many more. We can use those particular authenticator app to generate a code, and then we can use those code.
Okay.
Then second one is we can use U2F security key. Take a pen drive like device. First, you have to attach that device in your system. Only then you will be able to access the account.
Okay.
Let me show you the image of those. Yeah, F security key is, yeah, like this. So first you have to calibrate it with your account. After that, whenever you want to take access of your account, you have to connect it. Only then you will be able to access it.
Okay.
And the third one is Gmail to token. Here we see that so like a code will be generated on this one, 6-digit code, which can be changed, and you have to enter that particular code. If the code matches, you will be able to take access. Otherwise, it will tell you access denied.
Okay.
So right now, let's use the virtual MFA. So in security alerts, it's showing me root account does not have MFA. So I'm just gonna click enable MFA, then activate MFA here. Which option I want to use, I can select it from here. Either I want U2F security key or Gmail2 token or virtual MFA device. So right now it's gonna select virtual MFA device, continue. You can see the list of compatible application here. The QR code is shown here. Just click on that, and in your mobile phone, you have the Google Authenticator. You have to install the Google Authenticator. Then there will be a plus sign and their option scan a QR. When you scan the QR code, this QR code, a code will be generated in your application. You have to enter two codes here. I have 90308. And let's wait for 30 seconds. In every 30 seconds, a new code will be generated.
Yeah.
So I have to enter the second code too. Three zero three 30390. And then now MFA has been assigned, and if I sign out again and try login back in, login email ID, the security check option 88W7E5 password, and now I have to assign provide the MFA. If I type any random and submit, so authentication failed. So you will only be able to access if the code matches there. 3618. And back to my management console. So mainly by using the IAM service, we can increase the security for our system, for our account mainly. And you can create multiple users, provide them access to your resource. What IAM? It identity and access management. Mainly they provide us two types of services. First one is for authentication and another one is for authorization. So according to you, what is the difference between authentication and authorization?
Sorry.
According to you, what is the difference between authentication and authorization?
Yeah, authentication is the process, the verification process for you to get access to the console,
Right.
and then you are authorized to do anything to use the resources.
Okay. So authentication is the process to take access of the account. Process to take or authenticate a user for accessing the account. Authorization is providing particular user permission to work on any resource
Okay.
or any service. Mainly, authentication AWS provides us, you can create users here And for authorization purpose, they provides us okay. Let's continue tomorrow. Just there is too much noise happening. So hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
What did he say?
These services are provided by AWS IAM. So let's discuss all of these in detail tomorrow.
Okay.
So what are IAM users? What are IAM groups, policies, and rules? We'll take them one by one and discuss
Okay.
about them.
All right.
Okay. Okay. End it here.
All right, Shuk. Shuk, thanks.
Okay, okay. Welcome. See
Enjoy
you
your
tomorrow.
day. Bye.
Yeah, same to you.